Hi y'all, Schilleci here with Junco Realty Group, and today's video topic is what are the best cities to live in Texas? So I'm going to give you my personal opinion. If you have been around the channel, you know I'm in the Houston suburbs, but there are a lot of really cool places to live in Texas. So I'm going to briefly touch on some of them. So if I could live anywhere and I was a millionaire and I didn't have to work, I would probably, and I had to live in Texas, I would probably live in Austin. I am not quite there politically, but I love nature and I love trails and I love water and well, maybe I take that back. I'm really I think I'm a coastal girl. But before I started discovering the coast, really in depth, Austin was where my heart is. There is so much to explore in Austin. I love that you can discover the city on foot and on bike. So much fun. Austin is probably one of my favorite places to cycle, whether you're mountain biking or road cycling. It is a ton of fun. It's a little crazy if college is in session, but it is a really neat city with lots to offer, tons of culture there. Again, the restaurants are amazing. The cost of living is insanely high, but there are a couple lakes there. The river is amazing. There's not hot springs, but there's a spring. There's a lot to offer in Austin, and if it didn't have a high cost of living, I might decide to live there. It is a very fun place. So Austin would be at the top of my list of places to explore if job opportunities probably aren't the same as Houston. So I would bring up Houston as my next place to research if you're thinking about moving to Texas. Again, I live here, so obviously this is kind of where my heart is, and this is where my business is, right? So in Houston, I love the Woodlands, I love Spring, I love Klein, which is kind of the same thing. Conroe is the fastest growing city in the United States, so that's something to look into. On the outskirts of the Woodlands and Conroe is Montgomery. Montgomery is kind of like the city away from everything. I love Montgomery. There's a neighborhood called Wood Forest that I'm really attached to. I've also lived in Katy, and there's a lot to offer in Katy. There's a little more traffic than I wish. Downtown Houston is really cool. I have a lot of friends that live in the Heights. It's just like one of the coolest places ever to live. Again, the cost of living is a little bit higher for a home down there, but it's really neat. Friendswood has some amazing schools. Sugar Land is awesome. There are a lot of cities that give you a really good commute to downtown Houston. So if that's important to you, I can help you pinpoint a couple areas that you might want to live in. But typically, what dictates where you live in Houston is the schools you're looking for, the price you're looking for, if you want a pool or not, where your work commute is going to be, lots of different factors. But Houston would be number 2. I would say maybe number 3, let's see, I would say number 3 would be somewhere by the water. So there's Corpus Christi, Port Aransas. These are a little touristy, but escape, second home type of thing. And then down by the Gulf, so like Galveston. We're looking into a city called Sargent right now that I'm really excited about. It's not commercialized at all. There's a tiny beach there. The Caney Creek is the creek that empties out into the ocean, so we've been looking there lately. But anything by the water would be my 3rd choice. But again, this is maybe if you're retiring, looking for a second home, you work from home, and you don't have to be close to much commercial or something like that. Number 4, I would say Dallas. If you aren't ready for our really hot Texas climate and you don't mind all the concrete, less trees in Dallas, I think, I would say Dallas. There's also San Antonio, that would probably round out the top of my list. There are a lot of little cities all over Texas that are nice, medium-sized cities. Tyler, Texas is a good one. I think that rounds out my list. Obviously, I live in Houston, so I want you to move to Houston, but I hope you found a little bit of value in this video, and if you are looking to relocate to Houston, I would love to talk about the suburbs with you or the city, and all of my contact information is below. If you're looking for a next step, you could schedule a call with me. You can check out my website. You can check out the other videos on the YouTube channel. Now I'm just rambling, but I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.